And every week, I explore topics to help you elevate your mindset, be at your best, and radically expand your life and business. And today, we are talking about making money. And I am going to share 5 ways that you can train your money making muscle. So, if you're a high achieving woman who has a beautiful life, who earns good income, but you may have hit an income plateau or you may have become complacent, then I want you to stay tuned because this is for you. If you have a glimmer or a hope that you want more, this is what today is all about. Now, I know that some of you know me, some of you don't. I am Larisa McCooch, Master Results Coach and CEO of Abundance Academy, where we help professional women whose external results tell the world they're successful, and on the inside, they know they're destined for more. I help them stop holding themselves back, go after their dreams, and radically expand their lives and their income so they can love themselves, love their business, and create absolute magic in all aspects of their lives. So, I would love to know where you are coming in from. If you are tuning in by replay, type in replay in the chat. And if this is your first time here, type in first time in the chat because I want to thank you for being here. And I truly do appreciate your presence, whether you're live or by replay. If you are tuning in by replay, again, type this in and play full out so we know that you are watching. Now, we're talking about money, but I want to share a little story from my dance days. I'm a dancer, and I remember that I just had this love and passion for dance. However, I was always a little frustrated. Okay. I was a pretty good dancer. I was very technical. I used to go to competitions. I won a lot of medals, won so many awards. However, there was one thing that kept holding me back that really made me frustrated because I was not naturally flexible. Okay. And I remember there's this one exercise in ballet bar where you're supposed to stretch your leg right out front and it's supposed to be straight. And I could get it, but it never got to 90 degrees. It was always a little lower and it would just hurt. And it would be so much effort. And it was like my leg was a ton of bricks. And that always frustrated me. Okay. And I never liked that exercise. And then I'd watch these ballerinas just effortlessly lift their leg past their head. It always drove me crazy. And every time I got to that point in bar, it was always so incredibly frustrating because I didn't have the strength. I didn't think I had the flexibility and I just didn't know what to do about it. I tried like stretching it, didn't happen, didn't help at all, no matter what I tried over the years. Flash forward a few years, and I retired from dance for several years, but then I decided to go back. I moved to Toronto, I joined a new company, and I decided to go back to dance. And at that time, I'd also started training in Pilates. And sometimes people think Pilates is about lying on your back, pumping your arms, and breathing with your legs in the air. It is so different when you really take a biomechanical approach. And that's what we did. We took a really smart and intelligent approach to movement. And rather than just focusing on exercises, our Pilates studio focused on how the body worked. Okay, just like we focus on how the mind works, how the mindset works. The Pilates studio focused on how the actual body worked. This is the instrument that you're working with to practice the exercise called Pilates. We used all the cool machines, we did all the cool exercises, but it really came down to what is actually happening in this movement. And so we started learning about strengthening muscles to create certain movement patterns. And instead of stretching, we actually didn't really stretch a lot at the studio in the typical sense, right? Where you like stretch your hamstrings and try to place your chest to your thighs. We didn't do that kind of movement. We really focused on movement at the joints. So, how does the arm move? How does the shoulder blade assist the arm in movement? How does the hip joint move in the hip socket? How does the spine actually move? And where is it supposed to move? And what's a great quality of it? Okay. So I promise you this is coming to a certain point. Now, what was really, really amazing is after doing this Pilates training, within a month of joining this company, something magical actually happened. So there I am in dance rehearsal. I'm doing ballet bar, after I had been away for several years, and the movements were effortless. And I remember one day I was there and I was reaching my leg forward and I got my leg to 90 degrees and even a little bit higher. And the more I relaxed my leg, the higher I was able to get it. Not much higher than 90, but I got it to 90. This is a huge accomplishment for me. And I could do it. And my leg wasn't shaking or trembling. And it was just so incredibly amazing. I just found the secret sauce. And it was because I trained my muscles with congruence and created congruence in the joint to support what I thought was a previously impossible endeavor. So, why am I sharing these dance stories with you when we're talking about money? Because training yourself to make money is like training yourself to have strength in your muscles. The possibility's always been there for you. You simply may not have been running some of the right drills and some of the right practices and really focusing on the best things to get you further faster. So ask yourself, would you like to increase your income and feel really strong and capable along the way? Do you want to resonate with your money-making activities? Are you ready to see more money just flow into your bank account like avalanches of abundance? That's exactly what today is all about. Building your money-making muscle. Okay? So let's look at the definition of money-making. Money-making is a profit-producing activity. It's producing profit with little effort. Okay? It's the action of earning a lot of money. And if you've been stuck at an income ceiling, you probably are wanting to earn more, but you don't know how to get past it. And chances are that if you learn how to get past that income ceiling, you're not going to just want to make incremental progress. You can start making exponential progress along the way. So I want you to plant the seed that it's okay to earn a lot of money and really sit with this. This belief system that this is something we've been exploring in my Abundance Accelerator program, is really looking at the client's belief system when it comes to money. Do they feel worthy of earning a lot of money? Have they ever thought that they could earn a lot of money? How does that sit with you if you just close your eyes? Like, yeah, I mean, I like the idea of earning a lot of money in theory, but can I accept it for myself? Okay, really important. And this is something we've been really working on with clients, is becoming accepting of these ideas of earning a lot of money. It's okay. Looking at the definition of muscle, right? A muscle is this band of fibrous tissue that has the ability to contract and let go and release the contraction to be able to maintain a position of the body or lengthen it. Okay. So muscles contract and they release. And muscle really is about this idea of physical power and strength. It can move a particular object in a certain direction using physical strength. Okay. And when you think about this idea of earning a lot of money, historically, secrets of money making and wealth building were reserved for the elite who had access to this information. There's a book I'm reading, The Richest Man in Babylon, with my son. It's a parable, and it's set in the Babylonian days. And what's really cool about it is it does show that if you have access to the people that can teach you what to do and you do what they say, you could be successful. Pretty common sense. Well, these days we have no excuses, because with the internet, what you're watching on, with their phone, with the power of these little devices that are accessible to us at our fingertips, you have a wealth of knowledge. You have the world's knowledge at your fingertips in this little device. However, what you need to know is, just because the information is available doesn't mean you know how to find it, doesn't mean you know how to use it. Because here's the thing, less than half the population could actually survive past the next 3 months without new income coming in. And nearly a third of the population is struggling financially and can barely make ends meet. And I'm going to say this regardless of the dollars you earn, regardless of the amount of income, because I know for a fact there's people that don't earn a lot of money and are actually quite comfortable because they manage their money effectively and have it working for them. And there's other people that earn hundreds of thousands of dollars each and every year that are struggling because they are not utilizing their money-making abilities and their fiscal responsibilities effectively. Okay, so it's a really big wake-up call. More than a third of the population is struggling financially, regardless of their actual dollars that they bring in. Regardless of where you are on the continuum, the thing is you can change it, because just like growing a muscle, right? And it doesn't have to take a long time, but just like growing a muscle, you have to train it and you can have to condition it, and you can condition yourself to earn more money. Today, we're talking about making more money and earning more money. There are other strategies that you can do to condition yourself to hold your money, to keep your money, to grow your money exponentially, to spend your money joyfully. Okay, these are all strategies you can learn. Today, we're talking about the money making muscle. However, know that there are things you can do to train yourself to have a better relationship with money. This is, like I said, exactly what we're covering right now in the Abundance Accelerator program. And it's a huge eye opener for clients to really see that, oh, this seed I planted 3 years ago is happening now. It's manifesting and I don't like it. And here's how I can change it, right? Awareness is the first step. Okay. So the biggest thing when it comes to training a muscle is you need to actually decide to pay attention to it and focus on it. And I'm going to give you 5 simple tips, 5 simple tools that you can use in order to build your money-making muscle. Okay. They're really simple and you can start on them right now. Step 1, clarity and decision. Okay. You need to know where you are. So you need to have a clear picture of where you are, how much you want, and then decide to get there. Okay. Your conscious mind is a goal setter. Your unconscious mind is a goal getter. And if you don't know where you are, you don't have a baseline. So you need to know how much income you're actually earning. So if you haven't done the math, go do the math, because you might have multiple sources of income or you might just have one, but you actually need to look at your pay stubs, look at the income you've got coming in. Where is it coming from? What sources is it coming from? How much time do you spend to earn this income? So know where you are. Where do you want to go? How much income would you love? How much money do you want in your life? What sources would you love to see it coming in from? So you need clarity on where you're going. And then you need to make the decision to get there. And I'm not even going to say you need a plan to get there yet, because you need to make the decision to get there before you can even entertain any possible plans. Generally, you need to know where you are, where you're going, and the next 3 steps. But before you can even decide on the next 3 steps, you need to decide, do I actually want to go for this? Am I willing to go for this? And in doing so, you may actually need to stop being a victim and stop limiting your possibilities of what could be and start being the hero in your own life and say, okay, yeah, this is how it was yesterday, but I've decided I'm going for this North Star. I've decided I'm going up here and I'm going to do whatever it takes to get there. Okay. So clarity and decision is step number 1, tip number 1. Once you have decided you're actually going to do what you say you want to do, you must get creative and look for opportunities, because your old strategies aren't going to work, because your old strategies got you to where you currently are. So this is where you ask a question. This is an amazing question. It's a very simple question. But once you've made the decision to do whatever you want to do and earn however much you want to earn, ask yourself, how can I? How can I earn more money? How can I earn more money in a short period of time? How can I earn more money easily and joyfully? How can I turn my money making muscle on really quickly and have a flood of cash come to me? When you start asking yourself good questions, you can actually get good answers. So start asking yourself good questions and get really creative. Do not limit yourself. Answer everything that comes to mind when you write this question down. Don't dismiss any possibilities, because sometimes the silliest possibility is actually the one that's going to lead you to the possibility that does work. Okay. So get creative and start looking for these opportunities by asking yourself great questions. Number 3, you've got to take massive action and massive consistent action on these ideas that come to you, right? As you have these beautiful ideas, and we call them intuitive hits. As you get some of these ideas that you come up with, you're going to have these pangs and these like feelings inside that you're like, oh, this is one I need to try. You go take massive action on that. And sometimes these ideas may seem illogical at the time to other people and even to yourself. Sometimes they're very different and uncomfortable from what you've been doing. They should be, because you want more. You want to overcome the glass ceiling. You want to step out of your comfort zone. So if you want unreasonable results, you must be willing to take unreasonable action and take it consistently and do a lot of it. Get yourself into action mode. Then step 4, you've got to pause. Okay, just like you got to build the muscles, and then you need some rest and recovery time. And that doesn't mean you sit on your backside and just watch Netflix all day. You got to pause. And pausing means tracking your progress, really evaluating, okay, I did this. How did it work? What actually did work? What part of this didn't work? What would I like to do differently next time? And course correct along the way. Okay, so in your rest periods, you're tracking your progress consistently and deciding where you need to stay the same and where you need to course correct. In this part, sometimes you might be like, oh, I didn't like how this new action felt. Well, this is where you actually look at the data. When you're tracking your progress, you're looking at the data, because emotions aren't evidence. You want to look at concrete numbers. If you're looking to have a massive money-making leap, track, are you actually making the money? You got to track that and see if it's working. Okay, and use that data as evidence as to whether it's working. If it's not, then you course correct. Have you given your idea enough time? Have you run enough reps? So often people try an idea once or twice, where they might need to try it for 2 or 3 months. And then towards the tail end, that's when it actually works. So you've got to track your progress and keep course correcting along the way. The thing is, an airplane is off course more than 90% of the time. Yet it starts at a certain destination and it ends at the right location. But while it's in the air, it's off course more than 90% of the time. And that's exactly how it's going to be for you. You're probably going to feel like you're off course, and then you come back to home base and you know where you're going. Okay. Step number 5. Yes, monkey. So step number 5, my son is home today. So step number 5, repeat what works. Okay, repeat what works and acknowledge your successes. Sometimes you might have little successes along the way. Okay, you want to do more of the things that are working and really truly acknowledge all of the progress you're making. You want to celebrate like crazy. Where emotions aren't evidence of your goal, they can be great amplifiers and encouragers along the way. You want to be grateful for each and everything that is working out for you, for each and every asset that you do have, for each and every dollar that is currently in your life. And when you really start acknowledging your successes, truly being grateful, you start kicking in that mechanism that does do more of what works. Okay, so acknowledge those successes, celebrate them, and do more of them. Be truly, truly grateful, because everything in your life, right, is working out for you. Everything in life is happening for you, not to you. And the key is to actually get started, right? Go back to step 1, make a decision. Look for those opportunities. Take massive and consistent action along the way. Track your progress. Repeat what works and acknowledge those successes. That's it. I promise you, if you do these 5 things and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, magic will start to happen and you will start to invite money into your life. So, simple, may not be easy. However, these are all doable steps that you can get started on today. So I would love, love, love to invite you. If this is something, if earning more income, if really having that healthy relationship with money is something that's interesting to you, if this is something you're not just interested in, you're actually really serious about, I want to invite you to an opportunity. We are going to be launching a brand new abundance activation masterclass in May. Okay. And where I'm going to reveal 9 powerful steps that you can use to double your income in 9 months or less. Okay. Really specific steps. And I'm also going to show you 4 big things that do often get in the way of you doing that. So if you are interested in registering for this class, registration links will be out shortly. But what I want you to do is comment on this thread or send me a direct message, and we will make sure to get registration links out to you for the Abundance Activation Masterclass. So I hope this has been helpful. I'm going to encourage you to go out and train your money-making muscle, because anything is possible when you make a decision, when you make that committed decision and allow your dreams come true. For me, it was impossible to get that shaking leg beyond 90 degrees. And I did it with ease. And I have never felt more amazing, more powerful, more incredible than I had before. However, if I stayed in my old way of thinking, I would have never done that. And I feel so incredibly blessed that I was able to do that. I was able to start paying attention to how my body worked. Just like these days, I pay attention to how my mind works, how my emotions work, how my habits and decisions are working for me to increase my income, to increase the fulfillment and the joy in all aspects of my life. And I invite you to do the same. So with that, I will be back again next week with another wonderful topic. Thank you. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you again